Someone sent me an article recently that honestly really shocked me. It summarized a survey published in JAMA Oncology, the peer-reviewed journal of the American Medical Association. The article said that only 4% of U.S. cancer survivors surveyed followed the 4 pillars of an anti-cancer lifestyle. 4%. As someone who's had cancer twice, I honestly could not believe that, so I had to dig a little bit deeper. What does it even mean to live an anti-cancer lifestyle? Is this relevant for cancer survivors only, or can everyone benefit? An anti-cancer lifestyle includes various habits and changes to reduce the risk of cancer recurrence or to prevent cancer in the first place. If you're a survivor, are you part of the 4%? If you aren't a cancer survivor, how well do you follow these guidelines for prevention? Welcome to the channel. I'm Rachel. Thanks for being here. The researchers in this survey questioned over 10,000 people who had completed cancer treatments in the previous year, and 9,121 responded. Ages ranged from 18 to 80, with 57% being women. They looked at cancer survivors' adherence to the American Cancer Society's 4 nutrition and physical activity guidelines. These guidelines aim to reduce morbidity and mortality among survivors and to lower the cancer risk in the general population. While the American Institute for Cancer Research and other organizations have many recommendations to reduce cancer risk, like not smoking, avoiding sugary drinks, and limiting ultra-processed foods and meats, this survey focused only on the American Cancer Society's diet and activity guidelines. These 4 pillars are included in all of the organization's recommendations. They are widely accepted, and they have been proven effective in multiple studies. So if these 4 guidelines are so standard, why are only 4% of survivors adhering to them? And why are more and more people being diagnosed with cancer every single year? Well, one reason is lack of awareness. They just don't know. These guidelines are not often discussed in oncologists' offices, let alone in our regular doctor's offices. Another reason is simply that lifestyle changes are hard for everyone. And if you're a cancer survivor, you have been through a lot and you just want to move on. Some survivors think, I was healthy before and I still got cancer, so why bother? Others just want to live life to the fullest without restrictions. And while I absolutely agree with living life to the fullest, part of that is ensuring you remain healthy enough to do it. Now, what are the 4 guidelines? How did respondents do overall? And how can we improve? Again, only 4% of survivors followed all 4 of these guidelines. The first guideline is physical activity. 72% of respondents met the criteria for exercise, which is fantastic. However, for the survey, respondents were asked if they had engaged in any physical activity in the past 30 days. Just one time counted. Just once. And while it's fantastic that 72% said yes, that is not nearly enough. Recommendations are for at least 150 minutes of moderate physical activity a week, about 30 minutes 5 times a week, plus strength training at least twice a week. All of this helps you to sleep better, it reduces your fatigue, it strengthens your immune system, it improves your mood and anxiety, it enhances muscle strength and bone health, it improves your range of motion, and helps you maintain a healthy weight. This leads to guideline number 2. Getting to or maintaining a healthy weight, defined in the survey as a BMI or body mass index of under 30. Thankfully, 68% of the respondents met this criterion. Maintaining a healthy weight can be hard for any of us, especially as a cancer survivor due to surgeries, treatment side effects, hormonal changes, stress eating. Working with a specialist can help, but there are also many books and excellent online resources if that's not available to you. Guideline number 3 is adequate fruit and vegetable consumption. This one kind of surprised me a little bit because only 12% of respondents met this criteria, which was defined as 2.5 servings of vegetables and 1.5 servings of fruit daily, which really isn't all that high. Fruits and vegetables are low in fat and calories, and they are rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, phytochemicals, and fiber. These nutrients prevent cancer-causing agents from damaging our cells, and they boost our immune system by feeding our gut bacteria. simply try incorporating fruit with your breakfast and making half your plate vegetables at lunch and dinner. Eat an apple with nut butter for a snack. Roasting vegetables with herbs and spices makes them delicious. I am not saying that you have to give up your meat and dairy. That is a personal choice. But adding fruit or vegetables to every meal goes such a long way. Guideline number 4 is avoiding alcohol. And 50% of the respondents said they avoid it entirely. Now, we all know excessive alcohol isn't good for us. Drinking increases the risk of at least 7 types of cancer. When you drink, the body prioritizes breaking down alcohol, producing a toxic chemical called acetaldehyde, which is linked to cancer. Alcohol metabolism also produces free radicals, which damage DNA and proteins and fats, which can lead to cancer. It impairs our body's ability to metabolize and absorb protective nutrients like vitamin A, C, D, E, and all of the B vitamins. It contributes to weight gain, and it increases our estrogen levels, which can lead to breast cancer, and it feeds hormone-positive cancers. Studies have shown it doesn't matter what kind of alcohol you drink. While older studies suggested that red wine might be beneficial due to antioxidants like resveratrol, newer research shows that the risks outweigh the benefits. Better sources of this antioxidant include whole food options like grapes and blueberries, peanuts and pistachios, and my favorite, dark chocolate. As someone who's had cancer twice, I am committed to reducing my recurrence risk. Cancer was the scariest reality check I have ever gotten. So does that mean that I never drink alcohol? No, but I limit it to a few cocktails a month. Sometimes less, maybe occasionally more. If I am out with friends or I'm on the patio with my husband, I might have one, but it's kind of rare. The relationship between drinking and breast cancer is really alarming, and drinking rates among women have been rising with a 41% increase in excessive drinking during the pandemic and significant increases in heavy drinking and alcohol use disorder over the years prior to that. Current recommendations are, if you don't drink, don't start. If you do drink in moderation, up to 2 drinks a day for men and 1 for women. Obviously, the effects of alcohol on cancer risk or risk of recurrence depends on how much you drink. The more you drink, the higher your risk, and vice versa. Studies show that women who have 1 drink a day, 1 drink, have a 7 to 10% higher risk of breast cancer. Those who have 2 to 3 drinks a day have a 20% higher risk. Even 1 drink a day increases the risk by 5% compared to non-drinkers. 1 drink is defined as 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of hard liquor. Now, that is it. These are the 4 primary guidelines to reduce cancer risk or recurrence. They sound really simple, but clearly it is much easier said than done. Following these guidelines does not guarantee that you won't get cancer. Obviously, there are no guarantees in life, but it significantly lowers your risk. I am almost 4 for 4 on these, as I do drink occasionally, like I said, but I can tell you I feel much better and less worried about a recurrence because following these and other guidelines has reduced the inflammation in my body and fueled my gut microbiome, strengthening my immune system. I am doing all I can, and that gives me incredible peace of mind. So, are you living a lifestyle that reduces your risk of cancer? How do you measure up? I feel the need to stress one more time that only 4% of cancer survivors surveyed followed all 4 of these strategies. This survey, published in a very reputable journal, highlights the need for more education on nutrition and physical activity guidelines for cancer survivors. And with cancer cases rising, awareness of risk factors is crucial. More than 40% of us will be diagnosed with some kind of cancer at some point in our lifetimes. That is almost half of us. But now you know the 4 biggest things that you can do to reduce your risk. How closely will you follow them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. I will see you the next time. In the meantime, take care of you. Bye-bye.